In the doctoral program, we were tasked with designing the form of our project dissertation, which is a really cool core characteristic of the DMin program at Portland Seminary. I encourage you to check it out. We spent over a year engineering prototypes around our MPO, but the core requirement was that the project had to be grounded in actual ministry needs. In other words, the project dissertation wasn't just an academic exercise in theory or principle, but something that we would be deploying and integrating today and into the future to address the existing examples of our actual NPO. For me, the most critical way that I wanted to approach addressing my NPO was by building the principles through research and then deploying them in a non-print based medium in order to develop the language and skill set required to become competent enough to teach and guide other ministry-minded individuals and organizations. So my MVP became this, a YouTube channel called The Inevitable Church. The channel would consist of short video content produced in various formats and series focusing on semiotics-based insights on how the digital network revolution is affecting and shaping ministry today. The aim of the channel is to produce content that will evaluate, educate, and edify churches, leaders, strategies, and followers of Jesus Christ who are exploring digital technology in the areas of evangelism, community formation, discipleship, and cultural engagement. Picking video as a primary medium for me was really an important choice because learning how to create video content at a high level is like learning to speak a brand new language. It takes commitment, it takes risk. You have to be disciplined, you have to practice every single day, you have to have a growth mindset, and you're going to experience failure. And you still have to immerse yourself into it every single day because there's so many sides to filmmaking. And above all, you have to be patient. It takes years to get into any sort of rhythm, any sort of style. And me being in it for about 10 years now, I'm just now getting the hang of the entire process. Here's kind of my observation and my concern. A lot of folks, especially the leaders and experts of today, they don't even realize how the way that they have learned and prepared has been shaped by the principles of print culture, which is actually waning. What has made them successful and effective has been in part of mastering the old style, the old medium. But when they approach video, when they approach social media or virtual, using printing press principles, which by the way, that's been developing over the last 500 years, people feel out of their element. They feel frustrated. They feel like it's significantly more difficult. And I've seen a lot of people just say, this is not for me, or why are we even doing this? One of my favorite quotes on this matter comes from A.N. Whitehead. The major advances in civilization are processes that all but wreck the societies in which they occur. Societies are being flipped upside down because of the power and speed of change. The people who hold the power are losing their advantage because tech is equalizing and redistributing it to other people. Everyone is becoming perpetual beginners in this new world. And so the advantage, if you really think about it, really goes towards those who are willing to learn and relearn and think about what's coming ahead. This is where the people who don't want to adapt will fall behind, and those who take risks will pave the path into the future. As we look ahead, the future that is coming will require us to be gracious and generous, lifting each other up and having a mentality that in order to be fruitful, we got to do it together. There's going to be hardships and pain in the disorientation. There's going to be whiplash for sure, but I believe there is hope if we remain faithful to the Spirit that is orchestrating the gospel into the future. In the next episode, I want to talk about the theology of the inevitable church. My work is rooted in Christian ethics and a biblical understanding of cultural engagement. I want to talk about how the work that I am pursuing leads to gritty, gospel-rich churches that will have the ability to stay faithful to the prime directive of Christ, have a curious, humble posture towards what's being revealed in culture, and a deep love for their neighbors. Thank you so much for watching. You can support the channel by subscribing, hitting that thumbs up button and that notification bell, and dialoguing with me and others in the comment section below. Peace be with all of you in Christ.